Guys, it's been a while. Back again at Whitley Auto Works. We got the motor pulled out, as you know, in the last episode. Today we're going to get to work on this swap. Alright, so as you know, we pulled out the non-VTEC motor. Now there's a lot of options we could have went with. We could have gone crazy. D, B, K, H, J. I mean, there's all kinds of numbers in the alphabet. We could have did anything we really wanted to do. But of course, as you know, this is a budget build and my budget is very limited. So just to go ahead and I'm just going to show you what we got. Alright, so in case you guys don't know, this is the D16 white VTEC. Now it's basically still in the D series family, so it's basically in the same engine family as the one we had in before, but the old one had a whopping 92 horsepower. This one has VTEC and it's a whopping 130 horsepower. I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, Jonathan, why would you throw in a 130 horsepower motor? I mean, yeah, it is a little bit better than a 92 horsepower motor, but I mean, it's still not a lot of power. You're right, it's not a lot of power. But basically for my budget, this is what I could afford, what I could do. I sold the other motor, and with that I bought a whole car that was pretty much just beat up, and I took the motor and everything out of that and I put it in my car. And basically I actually made a little bit of money, honestly, but it ain't too bad. This motor has VTEC, so if we decide to go turbo and build it, we got a lot more options with it. Yes, it is still a single cam. It's not a dual cam like a B series or H series or J series. Most of that stuff is a little bit harder to come by, and people usually want a fortune for it, and they're usually beat up for the most part. I mean, yes, you can still find them out there, and yes, you can still find deals, but you know, I just kind of wanted to do something easy. I'm gonna be daily in this car, building it gradually, you know, so I didn't want to have it down too long. And once I found that other car, this just seemed like the best option for me. So let me basically walk you through it and explain what this motor is. Alright, so this is the D16 white VTEC. This motor actually came in all the Civics from 96 to 2000 EX. Now, as you guys already probably know, my car's a 94, and they started doing emissions testing in 96, which makes this an OBD2 motor. Well, my car is a 94, so like I said, it's pre-emissions, which means they don't require you to test emissions on any car older than 96, which makes my car an OBD1. So I don't have to pass emissions, I just get a general inspection, so it's a little bit cheaper. But since this is an OBD2 car, or OBD2 motor per se, going in an OBD1 car, there's quite a few things you got to change. Now you guys are probably wondering, you're going to be like, Jonathan, why the heck did you bring us in at this point? Because you've had the motor out of the car last time. Well, basically this is a D series motor, so it goes in the same exact way as the other one came out. So if you just follow my first video, you'll see, and everything will actually line right up, right back in. The only difference is there are some wiring differences. On the OBD1 car, you have what they call an idle air temperature sensor. Well, you have to rewire it for the OBD2 motor. It's a little bit different. Also, the injectors, the fuel injection is a little bit different. The injector plugs are different. So I bought these adapters to adapt everything over. They were really cheap. And also, I'm waiting on an adapter. This is the distributor. Well, the distributor on the OBD2 motors have this big plug, and it's a little bit different, so I'm waiting on that adapter too. So basically, got a few things in the works, got some other surprise parts for the next video, and we're going to be putting those on. It's a little bit of upgrades here and there. Sooner or later we're going to take it and get it tuned, chipped. Probably going to throw a turbo kit on it, you know, do a lot of cool things. For now we're just doing everything gradually. My budget ain't strong, like I said, so I'm just doing what I can, but I do have some stuff coming, got some exciting content, and let me walk you through and talk to you a little bit more about the motor setup differences. Alright, so as I said, this is an OBD2 motor to go into this car. So there were quite a few things I had to change. One thing that changed was obviously the motor, the VTEC motor. So it's a little bit stronger, a little bit more power, and it has VTEC capabilities. But with that, my car was a non-VTEC, so I actually had to wire in VTEC. It was only 2 wires. You have to run it into the ECU, and also I had to use a different ECU. If your car is a non-VTEC, it won't work with VTEC, obviously. So you got your non-VTECs, and then you got your VTECs. If you have a VTEC car originally already, then you don't have to do no wiring. You just plug it in and go. And that goes for all the other B series motors. If it's VTEC, you can swap it over. Now K series is a little bit different. You got to completely rewire everything. There's a lot of options out there nowadays to convert your older car to a little bit newer stuff. But like I said, I went with D series, so I actually had to find a VTEC ECU, and I had to change a couple things. My car had a 1-wire O2 sensor. I had to change it over to what they call a 4-wire O2 sensor with a heater and everything, just so I can use the OBD2 motor. But the good thing about it is I got an OBD2 motor and an OBD1 car, and I don't have to pass inspection. So I can swap everything over, and it doesn't really matter. So that's the cool thing about having an older vehicle. You can pretty much put whatever you want in it, and you don't have to worry about passing emissions. And that's, state, county specific. Unfortunately, our county, we do have to pass emissions, so this was the smartest way of going about it for me, was finding an older car, older than 96. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. I kind of wanted to give you guys a quick update on what I've been doing and what stage we're at. I am waiting for that distributor connector to come in. I got to buy some fluids, and stay tuned. In the next episode, we're going to get this thing rolling and see if we can't have some fun with some new cool upgrades. So as always, I appreciate y'all sticking with me. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I know I was rambling a little bit in this video. I'm really tired. I've been at it all day, hooking back up the linkages, the axles, rewiring everything. So in a future video, once I get this thing all said and done, I'll kind of walk you through it a little bit better and show you, what I actually had to do to convert everything over. But anyways, I'll see you on the next video, and stay tuned.